Hello, my name's Simonaz and welcome to another Simonaz Guide video. Today I've got a quick one for you explaining how all the new loot systems work in Phase 5 of Season of Discovery. We'll cover how to get your tier sets from Blackwing Lair, your Zul'Gurub sets and class trinkets, and how the variable difficulty mechanics and loot rewards work in both of the instances. Let's start with the Tier 2 armor sets, Bloodfang for Rogue, Wrath for Warriors, and more. Just like in Molten Core, you'll loot tokens usable by many classes that can be exchanged for different versions of the items. All the tokens needed for your Tier 2 armor sets drop in the Blackwing Lair raid. You can also get Bracer tokens in Booty Bay for 125 Tarnished Undermine reels, and you can get belt tokens from the new World Boss raid in Silithus, Prince Thundarin. Once you have your Tier 2 token, take it to Victor Nefriendius at the start of the Blackwing Lair raid. Here, you can choose between your tank set, DPS set, healing set, or whatever variation of the set you want. Victor offers you the Draconic version of these sets. That's the version with the new set bonuses and effects. If you instead want to keep the bonuses from your Molten Core set, you can do that too. You can exchange the Draconic piece for a Core Forged version by talking to Duke Hydraxis within the Molten Core raid. It will have the same stats like agility, spell power, or defense as the Draconic Tier 2 piece, but with the Molten Core set bonuses. You can mix and match your Tier 1 set pieces that you got in Molten Core with your Core Forged Tier 2 pieces to achieve the same set bonuses. 2 pieces Core Forged plus 4 pieces of Tier 1 will get you your 6-piece bonus. You cannot swap these back and forth. Once you convert the Draconic piece into a Core Forged piece, there's no going back to the Draconic version unless you get a whole second token and second piece of gear. Aside from the tier sets, another very exciting thing comes out of Blackwing Lair: epic class weapons. Phase 5 introduces special class-specific weapons for each class, each with their own quest to obtain them. While each quest is unique, the way they start is not. Within Blackwing Lair, you'll find quest starter items for each class that drop from the bosses. For example, the first boss, Razorgore the Untamed, will drop either the Warlock quest starter or the Rogue quest starter, 50-50 chance. The last thing to talk about related to Blackwing Lair are the trials. Talking to Victor Nefriendius at the start of the instance allows you to activate red, green, bronze, blue, and or black trials. These are the variable difficulty mechanic within Blackwing Lair, kind of like we had heat levels in Molten Core. Each of these trials makes the raid difficult in one way or another, and for that increased difficulty, you will receive increased rewards. Upon defeating Nefarian at the end of the instance, up to 3 chests can spawn. The first chest spawns and has loot based on the number of trials enabled, offering the maximum amount of loot if you have 3 or more trials enabled. Another chest spawns if you picked the weekly trial as one of your trials. Right next to Victor at the start of the instance, you'll see a little dragon whelp. The color of this whelp changes week to week, and if your raid uses the trial that matches the whelp's color, you'll get a bonus chest at the end with 2 more items in it. The final chest spawns if you do 3 or more trials, and one of your trials is the weekly trial. This chest can have weapons with the new Shadow Flame affix on them, giving them a sweet purple and red glow that looks super cool. So you can achieve maximum rewards in Blackwing Lair by selecting the weekly trial plus any 2 other trials that you want to do. In total, the chests at the end should have 11 bonus items if you do this. And you do not need to activate the black trial in order to obtain maximum rewards. The black trial is a bit special. It is the hard mode trial and it changes each encounter in a different way. So great, that covers all you need to know about the loot in Blackwing Lair. Let's talk about Zul'Gurub next. Zul'Gurub has a lot to offer, including mounts, class-specific trinkets and armor sets, head and leg enchants, and even shoulder enchants too. Let's cover how to get all of these, starting with the class armor sets. The armor sets for each class are 5 pieces, including a necklace, trinket, and 3 different armor pieces that differ class to class. The necklace is easy. That one is purely a reputation reward. On Zandalar Island in northwestern Stranglethorn Vale, one of the trolls will offer a quest for a necklace. The first necklace you get will be a green quality item, and as you increase your reputation with the Zandalar tribe, the same troll will upgrade it to rare and finally epic quality once you are exalted. The epic version of the necklace is the only one that counts as a piece of your 5-part class set. The 3 armor pieces are not too hard to get either. You'll find quests on the island for each of the 3 armor pieces for your class. Each quest requires a drop from the Zul'Gurub raid, such as a Primal Hakkari Aegis, as well as a certain reputation level with the Zandalar tribe. Get the drop from Zul'Gurub, get the reputation, and turn the quest in back at the island. The final piece of your set is the Trinket, and it is the trickiest one to get. The Trinket is created by combining a Punctured Voodoo doll for your class with Grelek's Blood, Wusholei's Mane, Renataki's Tooth, and Hazara's Dream Thread. The Voodoo dolls can be purchased on the auction house or occasionally looted from the Jinxed Hoodoo piles within Zul'Gurub. The other items you need drop from their respective summoned boss at the Edge of Madness in Zul'Gurub. You'll need to use one Gurubashi Mojo Madness item to perform the summoning. These are made by alchemists but can be traded, sold, and used by anyone. In the Edge of Madness area, you'll find a brazier and 4 tablets on the wall, 1 tablet for each of the 4 bosses. You'll have to choose which boss to summon by clicking the corresponding tablet, pressing the dialogue option, then going to the brazier in the middle, clicking it, and pressing the dialogue option. When you kill the boss, it will drop 3 copies of its trinket component, so only 3 people will be able to get them. Just like any other piece of raid loot, these items can be traded to other people within your raid for a short time, so you can sort out who gets them without too much trouble. That covers the class sets. Let's talk about the enchants next. The enchants from Zul'Gurub are super powerful and likely will be used in future phases as well as this phase. There are shoulder enchants and also head and leg enchants to be had here. The shoulder enchants are pretty simple. You need exalted status with the Zandalar tribe, and then you can exchange 15 Zandalar honor tokens at one of the trolls on Zandalar Island for 1 shoulder enchant, either 30 attack power, plus 33 healing, or plus 18 spell power on the shoulder slot. The Zandalar honor tokens come from destroying bijus at the altar on Zandalar Island, or from turning in groups of 3 coins to Vinchaxa, who is also on Zandalar Island. Bijus and coins drop all the time within the Zul'Gurub raid and can be traded and sold on the auction house. The head and leg enchants will be a little bit harder to get than the shoulders. You'll need one of your class's Punctured Voodoo dolls, the same ones used to create your trinket, and a Primal Hakkari idol, which drops from a few bosses in the Zul'Gurub raid. Once you have these 2 things, you can go to Zanza the Restless, who sits atop an altar within the Zul'Gurub raid, right above the area where the snake boss is located. Zanza the Restless will exchange your Primal Hakkari idol and Punctured Voodoo doll for 1 head or leg enchant. Most classes have multiple versions of the enchant. For example, Rogue has a tank enchant with stamina, agility, and defense skill, or you can choose a DPS-oriented enchant with stamina, agility, and hit chance. You'll definitely want to use 2 of these enchants on your gear, 1 on the head and 1 on the leg. They're super powerful and they're one of the biggest power boosts your character gets out of Zul'Gurub. The Primal Hakkari idol needed for these enchants drops from Jindo the Hexer and from Bloodlord Mandakir. Each of these bosses will always drop 1 idol, but there is a way to get 3 extra idols from each clear of Zul'Gurub. That's doing hard mode version of the final boss, Hakkar. If you fight and kill Hakkar before killing any of the other bosses, you'll be in hard mode and have a few new abilities for you to contend with. For this increased challenge, you will get increased reward. Killing hard mode Hakkar will always drop 3 Primal Hakkari idols as well as 4 other items, and the weapons dropped will have the Bloodied cosmetic bonus, giving them a sweet dripping red appearance. I haven't seen it myself, but I'm told hard mode Hakkar also has a chance to drop the coveted Swift Razzashi Raptor and Swift Zulian Tiger mounts, giving you an extra chance at those super cool mounts. Normally, these 2 are a slim chance to drop from their respective bosses. Swift Zulian Tiger from the Tiger boss High Priest Thekkel, and Swift Razzashi Raptor from the Raptor boss, Bloodlord Mandakir. After you kill hard mode Hakkar and you get your idols and you get your sweet bloodied weapons, you can still go around to every other boss in the instance, kill it, and loot it. You don't lose anything for doing Hakkar first. And the last thing to do in Zul'Gurub is the fish boss, Gazranka. He has a few interesting drops, but the most precious item is the Tome of Polymorph Turtle, which teaches mages a polymorph spell that turns the target into a cute little turtle instead of a fluffy sheep. Between the tiger and panther boss areas, down by the water, you'll find a little tackle box and damaged tent. To summon Gazranka, you need to have a Mudskunk lure and 5 Zulian Mudskunks in your inventory and be standing near the tackle box. Right-click the lure and Gazranka will come out of the water and fight your raid. Players can interact with the tackle box and get a quest here that sends you to Nat Pagal in Dustwallow Marsh in order to get the Mudskunk lure. The Zulian Mudskunks can be fished from within the Zul'Gurub raid by players with at least 330 fishing skill, but having more than that is recommended to increase your success rate. While you do have to have high fishing skill in order to gather the Zulian Mudskunks, you do not even need to have fishing at all to summon this boss. Any player can buy or trade for both the lure and the Mudskunks and bring them to their Zul'Gurub raid to summon Gazranka. Phew, that's it. That's a lot of information in as short of a video as I could make it. I hope this answers some questions for y'all and has provided a nice summary of how to get all the sweet loot in this phase. I'm having a blast so far, and I hope y'all are having fun with it too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having fun in World of Warcraft, and I hope you have a great day.